you at this time to please remain seated and in the auditorium at all times. The opening and closing of the doors present as a distraction to the people on the stage during the show. So we please ask you to remain in your seats. And now, I would like to, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show and have fun.
Are you sure Miss Lucy's no worse?
She's just the same, sir.
Ah, dog! Dr. Seward, what is it? Why did you send for me?
My dear boy, I told you in my ride that there was something new.
Well, you said no change, don't worry, but to come at once.
You lost no time.
Well, I jumped in the car and burned up the road from London. Doctor, but surely there must be something more we can do for Lucy. Well, I'd give my life gladly if it would save her.
I'm sure you would, my boy. You love her with the warm blood of your youth. But you must remember, I love my daughter too. She's all that I have. Why, you must see that nothing medical science can try hasn't been tried.
Well, medical science couldn't do much for Mina. Poor Mina.
Yes, poor Mina. She died after these same incredible symptoms my Lucy's developed.
Well, my Lucy too.
Ah, Lucy.
Good Lord.
Yes, well, I wired to...
Good God, what was that?
Only patient of mine, Mr. Renfield.
But you never keep your violent patient in the sanatorium. Well, Lucy mustn't be compelled to listen to that raving madman.
I quite agree. I'm going to have him sent away. Till just lately, he was very quiet. I'll be sorry to lose him.
What?
Unusual case. Zoophagous. More plainly, a life-leading maniac.
Good God.
Yes. Thinks that by absorbing other lives, he can prolong his own. Yes. Catches flies and eats them. By the way of change, he feeds flies to spiders. Fattens them up a bit. Then he eats the spiders.
Good God, how disgusting. Oh, but tell me about Lucy. Why did you send for me?
Yesterday, I wired to Holland on Helsing. She'll be here soon. Car's gone down to the station for her now.
Another specialist on anemia?
Yes. No, my boy. Whatever this may be, it's not anemia. And this woman, who knows a dozen languages as well as her own, knows more about mysterious diseases than anyone alive.
Yes, well, heaven knows it's mysterious enough. Well, but surely the symptoms are clear.
Perfectly clear, as were Mina's. Good Lord.
Say, there must be something more. Doctor, I've been waiting here for days and days on end.
Have you heard those wolves and dogs, whatever they are, howl?
Yes, I've heard the dogs day and night. They seem howls of terror.
Yes, we've heard that, of course, every night since Mina fell ill.
When I was in Russia, the natives used to tell me that the dogs would howl when wolves were about.
I hardly think you'll find wolves here, 20 miles from London.
Yet this place is practically in the middle of the wilderness. Nothing around here but that old place Carfax that Count Dracula has taken.
Your friend the Count came in again last evening.
Oh, he's no friend of mine.
Don't say that. He knows that you and I both gave our blood for Mina as well as for Lucy. Even offered to undergo transfusion himself, should the need arise.
Well, that's sporting of him. I guess I misjudged him.
Yes, seems genuinely interested in Lucy. If I were a young man, I might think.
What?
Well, his whole attitude shows it isn't that. We need sympathy in this house, John, and I'm grateful for it.
Right. Anyone who helps Lucy can have anything I've got.
I think he does help Lucy. Every time he comes around, she seems cheered up. Strange.
Well, good. May I go see Lucy now?
Yes, we'll go together. That'll be fine, Helsing. You go ahead, I'll come presently. Van Helsing, so good to see you.
Were it only a patient of yours instead of your daughter, I would have come anyway.
Nothing goes right. So, how have you been?
Oh, just fine, thank you.
Well, let me get you something to eat.
I dined on the train. I did not waste time when there was work to
Helsing. You cast the old spell on me before your 2 minutes in my home.
You wrote to me of your daughter's symptoms. Now tell me more of the other young girl, the one who died.
Yes, poor Mina Weston. She was a girl just Lucy's age. They were inseparable. She was on a visit here when she fell ill. Day by day she just grew weaker and weaker, wasted away. There were no anemic symptoms. Blood was normal when analyzed.
You said you performed transfusion?
Yes, 3 times. You see this mark? Well, John Harker, Lucy's fiancé, and myself both gave our blood.
So, 3 transfusions. And the effect?
Well, she rallied after each, the blood returning to her cheeks. The next morning, she would be pale and weak again. She complained of bad dreams. 10 days ago, we found her in a stupor from which nothing could rouse her. She died.
And the other symptoms?
Well, none really, except for those 2 little white dots on her throat I wrote you about.
And which perhaps brought you here so quickly. What were those marks like?
Well, just 2 little white dots with red centers. We suppose that she must have run a safety pin through the skin of her throat, trying in her delirium to fasten a scarf or a shawl.
Perhaps. And your daughter's symptoms are the same?
Precisely. She too speaks of bad dreams. But, Helsing, you've lived in the tropics. May it not be something alien to our medical experience here in England?
It may indeed, my friend.
Renfield!
Who is this man?
Mr. Renfield, a patient of mine.
Did you hear what we were saying?
Words!
Come, Mr. Renfield, you mustn't wander about this way. How did you get out of your room?
Wouldn't you like to know?
How are the flies, Mr. Renfield? Mr. Renfield makes a habit of eating flies. Afraid you eat spiders too, don't you, Renfield?
Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly.
Oh, excuse me, Doctor. You have not introduced me to your friend.
Come, Renfield.
Humor him.
Will you tell the attendant to come here at once?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Professor Van Helsing, Mr. Renfield, a patient of mine.
Ah, who has not heard of Van Helsing? Your work, madame, in investigating certain obscure diseases, some connected with forces and powers that the ignorant do not believe exist, has won you a position that posterity will recognize.
Butterworth, you've let your patient escape from his room again.
Yeah, blimey, sir. I locked the door on him, and I've got the key in my pocket now.
But this is the 2nd time. Only last night you let him escape on the Count Dracula's grounds in Carfax.
He didn't get out of the door this time, and it's a drop of 30 feet to the stone porch. He's just a bloomin' eel. You come with me.
Renfield, if this happens again, you'll get no more sugar to spread out for your flies.
What do I care for flies now? Flies are but poor thing. A low form of life. Beneath my notice. I don't care a pin about flies.
Oh, don't you? Any more of your tricks, and I'll take your new spider away.
Oh, Mr. Butterworth, oh, please leave me my spider.
He's getting so nice and fat, and when he's had another dozen flies or so, he'll be just right, yes, just right, and then...
Come, Mr. Renfield. What makes you want to eat flies?
The wings of a fly, madame, typify the aerial powers of the psychic faculties.
Butterworth, take him away.
Second. And the spiders?
Professor Van Helsing, can you tell me why that one great spider lived for centuries in the tower of the old Spanish church and grew and grew? He never ate. He drank and he drank. He would come down at night to drink the oil out of all the church lamps.
Butterworth.
One moment, Dr. Seward.
No! Oh, no! I want you to send me away. Now, tonight, in a straitjacket.
Chain me so that I can't escape. This is no place for me. This is a sanatorium, not a lunatic asylum. My cries will disturb Miss Lucy, who is ill. They will give your daughter bad dreams, Dr. Seward. Bad dreams.
We'll see about all this in the morning.
Why are you so anxious to go?
I'll tell you. Not that fool Seward. He wouldn't understand. But you, yes, you. No, Master. I wasn't going to tell him anything.
What was that? Well?
It was a bat, gentlemen. Only a bat. Did you know that in some islands of the eastern seas, there are bats which hang in the trees all night? And when the heat is stifling, and the sailors sleep on the decks in those harbors, in the morning, they are found dead men. White. Even as Miss Mina was.
What do you know, Miss Mina? But do I take it away?
Please! Why are you so anxious to be moved from here?
To save my soul.
Yes.
Oh, you'll get nothing more from me than that. And I'm not sure I hadn't rather stay. After all, is not what I am about to receive worth the loss of my soul?
What's got you thinking about souls? Have you the souls of those flies and spiders on your conscience now?
I forbid you to blame me about souls. I don't want their souls. All I want is their life. The blood is the life.
So?
Well, what use are souls to me? I couldn't eat them or
Drink?
Van Helsing? No. Too much. To live! I'll go quietly. I want you to send me away, Dr. Seward. If you don't, you must ask for my soul before the judgment seat of God.
My friend, you're not hurt.
No.
My deepest apologies. You'll think my place shockingly managed. What was that herb that excited him, sir?
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane? What's that? I thought I knew all the drugs in the pharmacopoeia.
It is a rare plant with unique qualities. It grows only in the wilds of central Russia.
But why did you bring it with you?
As a form of preventive medicine.
Well, live and learn. I've never heard of it.
Dr. Seward, I want you to have that lunatic securely watched.
Well, yes, of course, but my Lucy...
You must keep him under close observation at all times.
He's always under observation.
I must see the records of his case.
But, Doctor...
Do you think I've forgotten why I have come?
Forgive me. I just don't understand why Renfield should be so interesting to you. Your vast experience. I mean, remember the time you visited Zimbabwe? I mean, surely there were 7 or 8 lunatics much like you.
Lucy, I thought they were here.
John, do you think this new doctor will be any better than the others?
I'm sure she will. And besides, I'm gonna stay here until you get over this thing.
But can you? Your work in town.
You come first.
I don't think you'd better stay, John. Sometimes I feel that I want to be alone.
Darling, how can you say that when you're so ill? Well, you love me, don't you?
Yes, John, with all my soul.
Well, as soon as you're well again, I'm gonna take you away. We'll be married next month. We're gonna stretch that honeymoon month out to 3 months, and the house will be ready in July.
Oh, John, you think we could?
Of course, why not? Well, my mother wanted us to wait, but she'll understand. Well, besides, I wanted to get you away. Lucy, why do you shrink when I kiss you? Lately, you've always been so cold. So cold.
Forgive me, dear. I'm all yours. Oh, John, I'm so tired. So tired.
Lucy, darling. It's my old friend, Van Helsing.
You probably don't remember poor old Van Helsing. I knew you when you were just a little girl. Now, what charm, what beauty. A little pale, yes, but we'll bring the roses into those cheeks.
You are so kind to come, Professor.
And this, no doubt, is the fortunate young man you're about to marry.
Yes. John Harker, Professor Van Helsing.
Now look here, Professor. Now I'm gonna stay here until Lucy gets over this thing. As long as the doctor gives me a bed, I'm gonna stay. Well, it's absolute hell being away from London, when of course I can't do any work.
You're most welcome to stay, my boy.
Indeed, yes, I should have asked you. I may need your help. Now, Miss Lucy, lie back so I can take a look at you. When did this weakness first come upon you?
2 nights after poor Mina was buried, I had a bad dream.
A bad dream? Tell me about it.
I remember hearing dogs barking before I went to sleep. The air seemed oppressive. I left the reading lamp lit on my bed, but when the dream came, there seemed to come a mist into the room.
Was the window open?
Yes, I always sleep with my window
Of
open.
course, you're English. We continentals are not so particular about fresh air. And then?
The mist seemed so thick, I could barely see the lamp lit on my bed. A tiny spark in the fog. And then, there are these 2 red eyes staring at me, and a livid white face looking down on me out of the mist. Why, it was horrible! Horrible!
There, there. Go on, please.
The next morning, my maid could scarcely wake me. I felt weak and languid. Some part of my life seemed to have gone from me.
There have been other such dreams?
Nearly every night since has come the mist, the red eyes, and that awful face.
We've tried transfusion twice, each time with...
But then would come another dream. And now I dread the night. I know it seems absurd, Professor, but please, don't laugh at me.
I'm not likely to laugh.
No!
And how long have you had these marks on your throat?
Since that first morning.
Lucy, why didn't you tell us?
You've worn that scarf to hide
Do
them.
not press her. Do not excite her. Go on, please.
I was afraid they'd worry you. For I knew that Mina had them.
Quite right, Miss Lucy, quite right. And old Van Helsing will see that these dreams trouble you no more.
Dr. Seward, Count Dracula.
Good evening, Count.
Gentlemen, Miss Seward, how are you? You're looking more yourself this evening.
I feel better already, Count. Now that Father's old friend has come to help me.
Yes, Count Dracula, Professor Van Helsing.
The most distinguished scientist, whose name we know even in the wilds of Transylvania. But I interrupt the consultation.
Not at all, Count. It's good of you to come, and we appreciate your motives.
Yes, the doctor has told me of your offer. Well, I can't thank you enough.
It is nothing. I should be grateful to be permitted to help Miss Lucy in any way.
But you do, Count. I look forward to your visits. They seem to make me better.
So I arrived to find a rival in the field.
You encourage me, Miss Seward, to make them more frequent, as I should like to.
I am always glad to see you.
But you have been lonely here, and my efforts to amuse you with our old tales will no longer have the same success, now that you have Professor Van Helsing here with you, and especially now that Mr. Harkin is to remain.
How did you know I was going to stay, Count?
Can a gallant lover ask such a question? I inferred it, my friend.
Well, you're right. Nothing's going to shake me until Lucy's as fit as a fiddle again.
Nothing?
Please, come as before, Count. Won't you?
You understand, you must not leave Miss Lucy alone for any second.
Yes, of course I'll.
Miss Lucy, your maid will take you to your room. Try to rest while I talk to your father.
Professor Van Helsing, so you have come from the land of the tulip to cure the nervous prostration of this charming girl. I wish you all the success.
Thank you, Count.
Do I appear officious, Dr. Seward? I am a lonely man, and you are my only neighbors when I am here at Carfax. And your trouble has touched me greatly.
Not at all, Count. We appreciate your sympathy.
You, like myself, are a stranger in England, Count.
Yes, but I love England. And the great London, so different from my own Transylvania. but there are so few people and so little opportunity.
Opportunity, Count?
For my investigations, Professor.
I hope you haven't regretted buying that old ruined car back.
Oh, Carfax is not a ruin. The dust was somewhat deep, but we're used to dust in Transylvania.
You plan to remain in England, Count?
I think so, my friend. The walls of my castle are broken and the shadows are many, and I am the last of my race.
It's a lonely spot you've chosen, Carfax.
It is, and when I hear the dogs howling far and near, I think myself back in my castle Dracula.
They howl there when there are wolves around, don't they?
They do, my friend, and they howl here as well, although there are no wolves. But you wish to consult the anxious father and the great specialist. May I read a book in the study?
Of course.
I am so anxious to hear what the professor says, and to learn if I can be of any help.
Very kind of that, Dracula. Damned unkind friendliness it is, though. Now, what about my daughter?
Yes, Professor, what about Lucy?
Your friend Renfield does not like the smell of wolfsbane.
What does that have to do with Lucy?
Perhaps nothing.
Are you suggesting there's anything unnatural or occult about all this business?
Occult. That Helsing.
Seward, let me remind you that the superstitions of today are the scientific facts of tomorrow.
My dear old friend, you can't have filled up your fine old brain with foreign moonshine.
Moonshine?
Forget it. What about my daughter?
If you won't forget your textbooks, if you won't forget your foreign moonshine, then keep it up in mind, Miss Seward. Your daughter's life may pay for your pig-headedness.
Go on, Professor.
I am listening.
Then I must ask you to listen to what I am going to say very carefully. Sit down. You both have heard of the legends of Central Europe about the vampire.
You mean ghosts who suck the blood of the living?
If you wish to call them ghosts, I call them the undead.
Are you suggesting that Mina and now Lucy?
Of course, I have read these tales of the Middle Ages, but I really know you better than to suppose
Can I believe them? I do believe them.
You're trying to tell us that vampires actually exist, and that Lucy and Mina have been attacked by one?
Vampires are rare. Nature abhors them. The forces of good combine to destroy the evil. But a few of these creatures have lived on for centuries.
What is a vampire?
A vampire, my friend, is a man or woman who is dead, and yet not dead. A thing that lives by drinking the blood of the living. It must have blood or it dies. Its power lasts only from sunset to sunrise. During the hours of the day, it must sleep in the earth or tomb in which it was buried. But during the hours of the night, it has the power to prey upon the living. My friend, you are thinking you'll have to put me amongst your patients.
Professor, I don't know what to say, but I must confess, I simply cannot follow you.
What makes you think Lucy's been attacked by such a creature?
Dr. Seward's written accounts at once aroused my suspicion. Anemia. The blood of 3 men was forced into Miss Mina, yet she died from lack of blood. Where did it go? Had your specialist any answer for that? The vampire attacks the throat, leaving 2 wounds, white with red centers. Dr. Seward wrote of the marks on Miss Mina's throat. An accident with a safety pin, he said. So I thought, I suspected, and I did not know. But I came upon the same instant, and what do I find? These same marks on Miss Lucy's throat. Another accident with a safety pin, Doctor?
Do you mean to say that you built up all this nightmare out of an accident with a safety pin? True, I can't tell you why.
I could tell you that.
I don't believe it, Professor. Of course Lucy's trouble can't be that.
Now, Doctor, this case is stumped all your specialists. Now, go on, Professor.
The vampires must live in the earth or tomb in which it was buried.
It's too much, Van Helsing. I don't believe it.
coffin if you like, but a living corpse, sustained by the blood of the living. It must be destroyed by sunrise, exposure to light, or stake to the heart. Oh, all the powers of society and the police are as helpless as the doctors. What bars or chains can hold this thing that can turn into a wolf or a bat?
A wolf! Dr. Seward, those dogs howling outside! I told you they'd howl that way when there were wolves about. And a bat! Renfield said there was a bat flying outside!
Well, what of it, my boy?
Your friend Renfield does not like the smell of wolfsbane.
What in the world does your wolfsbane have to do with all of this?
A vampire cannot stand the smell of wolfsbane.
You suspect that lunatic?
I suspect no one and everyone. What about this Count Dracula?
Dracula? We really know very little about him.
When I was traveling in Transylvania, I heard of a Castle Dracula, where a Voivode Dracula fought the Turks centuries ago.
I'll make inquiries by telegraph. But no, this thing must be English, or at least have died here. He must be close enough to his lair to return before sunrise. My friend, I have only the knowledge of a few years to fight this thing that has the accumulated wisdom of centuries, and perhaps the strength of 20 men.
This all seems a nightmare, but I'm with you, Professor.
And you, Dr. Seward?
It all seems preposterous to me. But everything else has failed. The case is in your hands at present.
I need allies, not neutrals.
Do what you will.
Good. Then bring Miss Lucy here.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to set a trap. Miss Lucy is the bait.
My God, Van Helsing, we can't let you do that.
I think this thing knows that I plan to protect Miss Lucy. I must know in what form this thing comes.
No, I forbid it.
She's my daughter and I consent. We'll show the professor she is mistaken.
The only reason you allow this is because you don't believe, and I do believe. My God, Doctor, I heard that lunatic laugh. Life-giving you said he was, and you want to subject Lucy to that risk.
I must be master here. I can do nothing. Now bring Miss Lucy here.
I beg your pardon, sir. Is Dr. Seward here?
What is it?
Got the old flycatcher's escaped again, sir.
Escaped? How?
God blimey, out the window. The door was still locked and, I was in the corridor all the while. And it's a drop of 30 feet out to the stone porch. Geez, that loony's a bloomin' flying squirrel, he is.
Say nothing to Dr. Seward at present. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now go.
Lucy, you have nothing to fear.
Come, Miss Lucy. I want you to lie down. But, Doctor, you cannot trust me. Lie down for just a little while. Get some rest. Sleep if you can.
I dare not sleep. It is when I sleep
I
that...
know, Miss Lucy, I know. And I'm going to cure you with God's help.
But Father...
You must do what the professor says, Lucy. Don't worry. You'll be fine. She knows exactly what she's speaking of. My darling, you all right?
Darling, speak to me.
Good Lord, she's in shock. Take a look. You see anything?
Something black, maybe. I'm not sure. What about you?
Nothing. Well, maybe something, I don't know.
Do you think Miss Lucy saw anything?
Well, of course. Why would...
The patient is better.
me, miss. Did you happen to have seen any of the governor's pet loony? He's out again, he is.
And what would he be doing here, Butterworth? You'll not hold your job if you can't keep that man safe and sound. He gets out every night.
Wait a minute, here don't go, miss.
Miss Lucy's asked for her evening paper.
Bloody turpentine!
Have you found him?
No, I haven't. And I'll tell you, miss, this dog's a fair getting on my nerves.
Your nerves. Your nerves. And what about my nerves? Isn't it enough to have dogs howling every night? Foreign counts lurking about. Miss Lucy taking on the way she does. This Dutch Sherlock Holmes snooping around without you letting Renfield loose.
I haven't let him loose. Just now I hears a noise like a wolf howling. I opens this door with me key, and what do I see but his legs going through that window as though he was gonna climb down that smooth wall. He ain't human, he ain't.
Climb down the wall.
I don't expect no one to believe it, but I seen it. And once more, I grabbed a hold of his feet, I did.
Climbing down, head first like a bat.
Yeah, and queer you mention all bats. But just as I got a hold of him, a big bat flies in the window and hits me in the face.
I know where your bats came from.
You do? Where?
Out of your belfry.
No, Mrs. God's truth, I'm telling you. Out that bat flies and the loony's gone. But I heard him laughing. God, what a laugh. Blimey. But I'll catch up with Dr. Seward for this.
If you tell Dr. Seward any such tales, he'll shut you up with that loony.
Oh, miss, aren't you a smart one? And that's just what I've been thinking. And I dawned to tell Dr. Seward what I seen or what I heard. But you know, Renfield, he's harmless as blow.
Wouldn't hurt a fly, would he?
Let a fly? Oh, no, not he. He only eats them. Why, he'd rather have a few blue bottles than a pound of the best steak. And what he does to spiders is a crime.
Seems to me someone will be coming after you in a minute. You and your spiders.
I say, miss, this is a queer neighborhood. Clean up at this point, you don't have to worry about burglars, do you? No way of getting up here unless they fly. Don't you ever feel a bit lonesome, like, out there, on your nights off?
Well, just lately I have. You ever noticed the trees had such frightening shadows before?
Well, if you feel like you need an escort, miss.
I'll not walk with you in your uniform. People might mistake me for one of your loonies.
Oh, come now, say tomorrow night?
You haven't wasted much time, have you?
I've had my eye on you.
Better keep that eye on your loony or you'll be looking for a new job. Yeah, buzz off! Dr. Seward will be in a minute. Go find your loony.
Oh, all right. But I got something here that'll tempt him back to his room.
Why? What's that?
This here! Come on, Oscar. We ain't too popular. Some people have no sense of humor.
What was that?
Sorry, sir, but he frightened me with that animal.
Animal what animal?
A white mouse, sir.
You mustn't scream in this house, not now.
I'm sorry, but that nasty little beast.
Were you alarmed, Miss Lucy, so? She's dreadfully upset as it is by something in the paper.
Do you mean about the Hampstead war, sir? The lady in white who gives chocolates to little children?
Never mind that now. I will not have Miss Lucy disturbed.
My footfall is not heavy, and your rugs are soft.
It's quite all right, sir, but how did you get in?
The door to this room was ajar, so I did not knock. how is the fair patient?
I think she's better, sir.
Ah, good. But the strain of Miss Lucy's illness has made you also ill.
How did you know? But it's only a pain in my head that runs down to my neck.
I can remove this pain.
I don't understand, sir.
Such pains yield readily to suggestion.
Excuse me, but if it's hypnotism you mean, I'd rather have the pain.
I think of hypnotism as an ugly waving of arms and many passes. That is not my method. What is given can be taken away. From now on, you will have no pain, and you will have no will of your own. You understand?
I understand.
When you awake, you will not remember what I say. Dr. Seward has ordered you to sleep in the same bed as your mistress each night because of her nightmares. Is it not so?
Yes.
Your mistress is threatened by horror and by death. But I will save her. The woman whose will is at cross purposes with mine has come to this house. I will crush her! Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Hear and obey. From now on, you will carry out any suggestion that reaches you from me, instantly, without question. When I will you to do a thing, it shall be done. My call will reach you soon. Awake!
You've not left your mistress alone.
Dr. Seward is with her, ma'am.
What's wrong with you, my girl?
Nothing.
You've just had a severe shock.
I just suddenly felt strange, but I can't remember anything.
Well, Mr. Harker has just arrived. Tell Dr. Seward to come here at once. And remain with Miss Lucy yourself.
She's dreadfully upset, ma'am.
Upset over what?
It's in the evening paper about the Hempstead horror. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, God. Then she has seen it.
Professor, how is she today? Every time I leave here, all I dread about is just dread what I might find when she comes back.
And well you may, my friend.
God must have sent you here to help us. Without you, there'd be no hope. This morning when you opened your veins for Lucy...
It was the least I could do. For my lack of foresight was responsible for this attack.
Now don't say that.
I prepared a stronger defense. But our main task is not defense, but attack. What have you found in London?
Well, a lot. Heaven knows whether that's any use.
I too have had news of which I can make nothing.
John, back from town?
Yes.
We must try to piece together what we have learned today. My colleague in Bucharest writes that the Dracula family has been extinct for 500 years.
Can the Count be an imposter?
The castle he calls his own is a desolate ruin near the border. It was built, as you said, Harper, by the terrible overlord Dracula, who is said to have had dealings with evil spirits. But for many generations, the peasants have sworn that this castle is inhabited by a vampire.
Then it must be he.
My friends, I am bewildered.
But surely this confirms your suspicions.
A vampire from Transylvania cannot be in England.
Well, why not?
Because, as I have told you, he must rest in the earth or tomb in which he was buried.
In the earth?
Yes, and he must return before sunrise.
I found today that Dracula had arrived in a 3-engine German plane on March the 6th.
March the 6th. That's just 3 days before Mina first fell ill.
Yes, he had made a non-stop flight from Transylvania. He left just 2 hours after sunset and arrived just before dawn. He carried only him and his 6 packing cases.
Did you learn what was in those cases?
He told the customs people he wanted to see whether Transylvania plants would grow in the native soil in a foreign land.
Soil? What was in those boxes?
Just plain dirt. He left in a coach with the 6 coffin-like boxes before sunrise.
Before sunrise? Ah. This is a terrible voivode Dracula himself. In his satanic pride and contempt, he even uses his own name. For who would suspect? For 500 years he has been fettered to his castle. 5 centuries pass. The aeroplane is invented. Now he can cross Europe in a single night. He packs 6 cases filled with the earth in which he must rest. He leaves his castle after sunset. By sunrise, he's in London. He's reached this great city with his teeming millions and his opportunity, as he has said.
Go and protect my Lucy.
Yes, I spoke with the estate agent from whom we bought Carfax from. He gave me the addresses of 4 old houses he's leased in different parts of London.
Then one of his coffin retreats is in each of those houses.
2 heavy boxes were delivered at Carfax just a day after he took possession.
He has scattered them for safety. If we can find all 6, we can destroy him.
But how?
His native earth will no longer receive his unclean form if each box is purified with holy water.
And in God's name, Professor, I demand that it should be my hand that will drive the stake in this devil's heart and send his soul to hell.
Your plan is too dangerous.
But why? Are we to delay while my child is dying?
No, not for a moment.
Patience, my friends. This thing is more than mortal. His cunning is the growth of ages. What if we can find 5 of those earth boxes and close them against him, but cannot find the 6th?
Well?
Then he will close them against us and sleep until we are all dead.
Then Lucy will be safe.
For her life, yes. But his unclean kiss has claimed her for his own. After she is dead, she will become a foul thing of the night.
Lucy will become an unclean thing, a demon?
Yes, Harker, now will you help me?
Yes, anything. Tell me what to do.
This thing lies helpless in the earthen tomb in which it was buried.
What's a corpse in a coffin?
I'm not sure.
Well, if he's scattered all the boxes in different houses, and you say we need to, purify them with holy water?
Yes. And the houses will be empty, for the vampire plays a lone hand.
Renfield,
He's been here the whole time we've been talking.
did you hear what we were saying, man?
Yes. I heard something. Enough. Guided by what she says. It is your only hope. It is her only hope. It is my only hope. Please save my soul. Save my soul. I think you're crazy. And you were saying you are good and he is evil.
I will help you, Renfield, but you must tell me what you know. Everything.
No? What should I know? I don't know anything. I mean, you say that I'm mad, and Dr. Seward will tell you about that. You mustn't listen to anything that I say.
We can't waste time with this fellow. I'll have him taken away.
Fool! And I thought you were wise. The whole world is mad just now, and if you want help, you must come to a madman to get it. But I'll not give it to you, I'm afraid. The wise madman will obey him who is strong, and not the weak.
Him? Who do you mean?
Need we mention names among friends? I mean, come, Professor. Be reasonable. What have I got to gain by being on your side? The doctor keeps me shut up all day. And if I'm good, he gives me a little sugar to spread out for my flies. But on the other hand, if I serve him...
The blood of the life, Renfield. What do you know of Count Dracula?
Dracula? I have never even heard the name before.
You are lying.
Madmen, Professor, lack the ability to discriminate between truth and falsehood. So I take no offense at what most would consider an affront. Send me away, please, send me away. I asked you to before, but you wouldn't. If only you knew what has happened since then. Oh, but I dare not tell you, I dare not. I should die in torment if I betray.
Dr. Seward will send you away if you speak.
I will.
Send me away? I want you to promise, Dr. Seward.
I will, if you speak.
Come, Renfield.
Very well, then. Count Dracula's... Master! I wasn't going to say anything! I'm a slave!
Good Lord, what's that Looks like a big gray dog.
Are you sure it was a dog?
Well, it might easily have been a wolf.
Oh, that's nonsense. Our nerves are just making us a bit on edge.
Come, Renfield. What were you about to say?
Oh, nothing.
Professor, have you seen what's in this?
Miss Lucy, give it to me.
Are you Miss Lucy?
Well, yes.
Then in the name of the merciful and compassionate God, leave this place at once.
But this is my home. Nothing would induce me to leave.
Oh, that's true. You wouldn't go if they tried to drag you away, would you? It's too late. What a fool I am. It's too late. You are so young, so beautiful, so pure. Even I have decent thoughts sometimes. And I must tell you, if you do not go, your soul will pay for it. You're in the power of... The master is at hand.
Put to work! Take it away!
Come here, you. Goodbye, Miss Seward. And since you will not heed my warning, I pray God I may never see your face again.
What did he mean, Professor? What did he mean? How could he say that?
God, that horrible thing in league with the devil. Lucy upset as it is by something in the paper.
Get the paper from her.
What is it? She keeps reading that article over and over again.
Just get it from her and bring it back to me, please.
Of course. Don't overdo it, Van Helsing. Not at the time when we lean on you most. After a transfusion operation, you really ought to be in bed.
I feel fine.
Yes. Well, feeling fit, are you? Look at yourself in this mirror.
My God, I look like the devil himself.
Come! Not as bad as that.
I did not hear you, Count.
I am often told that I have a light footstep.
I was just looking in the mirror, and its reflection covers the whole room. But I cannot see you.
Forgive me. I dislike mirrors. They are playthings of man's vanity. How is the fair patient?
Diagnosis presents difficulties.
I feared it might, my friend.
Would you care to see what I prescribed for my patient?
Anything you prescribe, Miss Lucy, has the greatest interest for me.
The prescription is the most unusual one. Fear not, Count. The cut is not deep. Here's my medicine for Miss Lucy. You do not care for the smell.
You are a wise woman, Professor, for one who has not yet lived a single lifetime.
You flatter me, Count.
But not wise enough to return to Holland at once, now that you have learned what you have learned.
I prefer to remain, although a certain lunatic attempted to kill me.
Lunatics are difficult. They do not do what they are told. They even try to betray their benefactors. But when servants fail to obey their orders, the master must carry them out for himself.
I anticipated as much.
In the past 500 years, Professor, those who have crossed me have all died. Some not so pleasant. Come. Ah, but your will is strong. Come here.
Good Lord, what was that?
A rifle shot. It came as a relief. That at least is something human.
Who broke the mirror?
It was I.
Till I bat flying around outside again. Could resist a shot. You hate it. I always did.
The bullet was never made that could hit that bad. My weapons are stronger.
What do you mean?
Count Dracula has been here.
Good God. How did he get in?
You ask how the vampire came during the hours of the night? The hours that are his comes and goes? As he pleases, my friend. But my powers are stronger.
What power?
I expected an attack. I brought a crucifix. It came. I proved my case if it needed proof. The fear does not reflect this man that was. I even cut my finger, and it collected the blood. Before the cross, it fled.
The bat. He's gone. Where's Lucy? Where is she? Been up with her all night.
Yes, well. Good Lord.
Can't explain it anymore. I sit there all night, day and night, and she still seems as if she's been possessed.
Miss Lucy, give it to me.
Lucy, what's this paper that's troubled you?
No, Hawker! Read it to me. No, Hawker!
The Hampstead Horror. Further attacks on small children committed after dark by mysterious and beautiful women in Hampstead are reported today. Narratives of 3 small girls, all under 10 years of age, tallying essential details. Each child speaks of a beautiful lady in white who gave her chocolates, enticed her to some secluded corner, and there kissed and fondled her and bit her slightly in the throat.
Gone.
The wounds are trivial. The children suffer no other harm and do not to have seen to have been frightened. Indeed, one small girl told her mother she hoped she might see the beautiful lady again.
So soon.
Lucy, you know what would happen.
Professor Van Helsing knows too, and she's here to help.
Is it not too late?
No, it is not too late, my dear.
Poor innocent children.
You think Count Dracula?
Not that name.
You think the Vampire King has done this?
Well, yes, of course. In the form of a woman. What else could it be?
It is worse. Far worse.
Worse? How could it be worse?
Miss Lucy knows.
The woman in white is Mina.
Mina? But she's dead, Lucy.
She has joined the Master.
God have pity on us all.
My dear Miss Lucy, I will not ask you how you know this. But from tonight on, no more little children will meet the woman in white. She will remain in the tomb in which you buried her.
How can you do this?
Do not ask me.
Professor, if you can save Mina's soul after her death, can you save mine?
Yes, and in God's name I swear it. He has given me a sign in this very room tonight.
Then promise me one thing. Whatever you plan to do, whatever you know, do not tell me.
What?
Not even if I beg you to tell me. Swear to me that you will not. Now that I'm still yours, while I'm myself. Promise it.
I promise.
No! Darling, you mustn't kiss me. Swear to me that you never will. Not even if I beg you to.
I swear it.
Miss Lucy, from tonight on, one of us will stay with you in this room at all times.
You're so good.
Yes, and that will make this room safe for you. Your maid will stay with you at all times. Here, Dr. Seward. Hang this over the door and rub it around the sashes and especially around the locks. Miss Lucy, you must wear this. But then these dreams will trouble you no more. You must promise me that you will not take it off.
I promise.
Swear it on the cross.
I swear it.
It's Renfield, sir!
Why did you get him locked up?
Because he's bought himself in again, sir. He got hold of one of the patients, and he had him by the throat.
Come, Parker!
Don't you leave me too.
Of course I won't, Miss Lucy. It's only a quarrel among the patients. Lie down and rest. Mr. Harper will be back soon.
I'm so tired.
This evil symbol has made you faint. Must take it off. So stuffy in here, I must open the window, door for fresh air.
That's it!
What is it?
Anybody who wants my job, sir, can have it.
What's the matter now?
I knows what I knows. And what I seen, I saw. So I'm hopping the first train. And don't ask for no wages in lieu of notice.
Where's Renfield?
If you ask me, he's probably paying a little visit to hell.
That means you let him escape again.
Look here, sir. Heaven so to speak, I've resigned. I don't have to put up with any more from any of you. And when a man can't help, he can't help, and that's that.
Can't you see that Dr. Seward is not well? Will you desert him in his greatest time of need?
Look here, sir. I ain't the man to run under fire. But I'm sick and tired of being told off for what ain't my fault.
We know that no bars or bolts can hold Renfield.
Now, sir, you're talking sense. I had him in a straitjacket this time. Nearly all yesterday, I worked on clamping bars across that window. And now them bars are pulled apart like they were made of old wax. And now it's gone.
And try to find him.
Find him, sir? Find him? I can't chase him up and down the wall. I ain't no bloody mountain goat.
This thing mocks us. As soon as he learns what we know, he goes off and drags that poor creature of his off to himself.
What can the vampire want with Renfield?
Renfield is serving an apprenticeship to join him after his death.
What does Renfield matter if we are beaten?
Do not despair, Dr. Seward.
But how are we supposed to figure out, in advance, the cunning devil's next move?
I thought we had him for sure when we broke into Carfax and found 2 of his boxes, and then 1 in each of his other 4 houses. And when I pried up the lid of the 6th coffin, I was sure to find him there helpless.
Empty.
An empty packing case left as a blind.
He only brought 6 on his plane, so there can only be 1 left.
Only 1, but hidden where we can never find it. And now we put him on his guard.
Yes, it's half an hour till sunrise. Lucy's been keeping John up all night. For 9 hours. Good Lord. It'll be dawn soon. He can get some sleep. If anyone can sleep in this house.
Whoever sleeps or does not sleep, Miss Lucy will sleep at dawn.
Another horror.
Oh, you've noticed how she keeps awake all night.
Is that part of the change?
Of course. And sometimes that look comes into her face.
Don't say it, I can't bear it.
But you must face the facts for Miss Lucy's sake.
I just don't understand how it could have got at her. With the wolf's brain and the cross around her neck. What suggestion? Conveyed by the monster.
Yes. He must have impelled the maid to take off the cross and open the doors. I should have foreseen that.
Don't blame yourself. The devil's more cunning than we are. Did you notice? Yesterday, At sunset, after Lucy had been sleeping all day.
There was blood in her cheeks again.
Yes, thank God.
My friend, how did that blood get there?
What do you suggest now? What do you suggest now?
It's not 5:30 in the morning, strange hour for men who aren't crazy to be up and about.
You may still get help from these things half human. Renfield,
He's after me. He's going to kill me.
help us, Renfield, and we'll save you.
You poor, puny human. You match your brains against his. You a thick-headed professor and a fool of an alienist. And that young cub of a boy. Why not all the police and soldiers in London could stop the master from doing as he likes?
How did you escape from those iron bars?
Madmen possess great strength, Doctor.
Come, Renfield. We know you didn't pry those balls apart yourself.
No, I didn't. I wanted them there. I hoped they'd keep him out. But then he did it, and he called to me, and I had to come. The master is angry. He promised me eternal life, and live things, big ones, not just flies and spiders. And blood to drink, always blood. I must obey him, but I don't want to be like him. I am mad, I know, and bad too, for I've taken lives, but they were only little lives. I'm not like him. I wouldn't like a human life. And why did I seek to betray him? For you. Yes, I said I'd serve the devil, but I didn't serve him honestly. I don't like women with no blood in them. And yet I warned you and I made him angry. And now, perhaps he will kill me. And there'll be no more live things to eat. There'll be no more blood.
Come out here. We'll talk. Lucy, you mustn't mind that poor crazed creature.
I don't. He amuses me.
Oh, how can you say that? Well, Lucy, it'll soon be dawn now.
Dawn. The ebb tide of life. I hate the dawn. How can people like daylight? At night, I'm really alive. The night was made to enjoy life. And love. Come with me, John. My own John.
I'm so glad you're better now.
I've never been so well, so full of vitality. I was only a poor, washed out, pale creature. I don't know what made you love me, John. There was no reason why you should. But there is now.
I love you.
Then tell me something. If you love me, you'll tell me. Now, don't turn away from me again.
Lucy, promise not to tell you anything.
Oh, but I release you from your promise. There now. What were you and Father and that funny professor doing all day?
I can't tell you, I promised.
You say you love me, but you don't trust me.
I trust you with my life, my soul.
Then prove it. What were you doing over there in Carfax with the hammer and the horrible iron stake? Well, you don't think I'm asking because I'm just trying to find out whether you really love me. So, you try to hide your schemes and your plots? Afraid I'd give them away, are you? You fools! Whatever he wants to know, he finds out for himself. He knows what you do. He knows what you think. He knows everything.
Oh, Lucy!
My dear, I'm sorry. Let me kiss away the tears.
No! I promised I wouldn't let you kiss me.
But you don't know why I said that, John, darling. It's because I love you so much. I was afraid of what might happen. You've always thought me cold. But I've blood in my veins. Hot blood, my John. And I knew if I were to kiss you,
Lucy!
Oh, thank God! Don't come to me, John. I'm unclean.
Lucy, in my eyes, you're purity itself.
You love her, and in love there is truth. She is pure, and this evil thing that has entered her shall be rooted out.
You said you could save Mina's soul?
Mina's soul is in heaven.
Tell me how.
It is your right to know now. Last night, I entered her tomb. I pried open the lid of her coffin, and she was lying there dead, but not truly dead. There was blood in her cheeks, and a drop of blood in the corner of her mouth like a red ruby. With the stake and the hammer, I placed it above her heart. A short scream of convulsion, and then a look of peace came upon her face, when with God's help, I had made her truly dead.
If I die, swear to me that you will do this to my body.
I swear it.
And I.
My lover, my father, my dear friend, you've sworn to save my soul. Now I'm done with life. I cannot live on to be.
No, Miss Lucy, you must not even think of suicide. But then you will become his forever.
But I cannot face this horrible creature that I'm becoming.
I will see to it that it should be my hand that will drive the stake in this devil's heart.
You must destroy him if you can, but with pity in your hearts, not rage or vengeance. That poor soul who has done so much evil needs our prayers more than any other.
No, you cannot ask me to forgive.
Perhaps I too will need your prayers and your pity.
Miss Lucy, now while you are yourself, will you help me?
How can I help you? No, you mustn't tell me
Each
anything.
time the white face and the red eyes came, you were weak and pale, exhausted afterwards. But the last
time he came, he said I was his bride. He would seal me to him for centuries to come. And then, no, I can't tell you.
But you must.
You must, Lucy.
He scratched open one of his veins. He pressed my mouth down to it. He called it a mystic sacrament. He made me drink. I can't.
Dogs! Dracula is about!
He is pursuing Renfield.
What do we do now?
We will set a trap. This time Renfield will be the bait. I think this thing knows, and he will come to attack.
And then?
And then I do not know. But we three will carry crosses to protect ourselves, and we will bar the doors and the windows.
A bar? You think a bar's gonna hold that lunatic?
Yes, even against that. I do not know. For this thing comes and goes as he pleases. But this I know, the stake and the hammer will be ready for him. Come quickly, he is near.
Get in there!
But you must if we are to save your soul.
No, not alone! Don't leave me alone! He would take me back there, with him to his lair!
His lair? Where do you know of his lair?
Do not make me tell you more, please!
Papa, the fireplace!
Well, it seems to be some sort of door.
Here, take this cross, place it above his coffin, and purify it. Holy water, quickly!
No, Professor, please! Don't go! Master! I didn't do it! I said nothing! I am your slave, your dog! Please, Master, don't kill me! For the love of God, let me live! Punish me, yes! Torture me! I deserve it! But don't kill me! I can't face God with all those lives on my conscience! With all that blood on my hands!
Renfield! Did I not promise you that you should come to meet me at your death and enjoy centuries of life and power over the bodies and souls of others?
Yes, master, yes. I want life. I want blood. But I didn't want a human life.
You betrayed me! You sought to warn my destined bride against me!
Oh no, master, mercy, mercy, don't kill me! Oh, please, please.
My friends, I regret I was not present to receive your calls at my house.
It's almost sunrise, Count.
You are correct, Doctor.
Your life and death has reached its end.
Its end? Not yet. I still have a few minutes to add to my 500 years.
And then your soul will be in hell, where not 1,000 years of agony will bring you 1 second nearer to the end of your punishment.
Your daughter forbade this. She asked for prayer and for pity.
You fools! You think with your wolfsbane and your crosses, you can destroy me, the king of my kind. Fight with my own boxes you have polluted. Have you found this sixth?
You cannot reach your sixth refuge now.
It might be closer than you think. Listen, and let my words ring in your ears all your lives and torture you on your deathbeds. I go to sleep for 100 years. You have accomplished that much against me, Van Helsing. But in a century I shall wake and call my bride to my side. My Lucy, my queen. I have had other brides of old who await me in their vaults in Transylvania. But I should set her above them all.
30 seconds till sunrise, Count.
I thank you for reminding me of the time. This is over, Count. Now we send you back to Hell's Flames.